So I'm going to give you options. If you've been sitting and you'd like to stand, go ahead and stand up in front of your chair. You can also remain sitting. Whether you're sitting or standing, turn your feet straight ahead. And if you're standing, feet will be straight ahead. If you're standing, make sure you're not locking your knees. And you'll know this maybe as mountain pose. Lift up through your heart, feel your ears over your shoulders. Start to become aware of your breath. As you inhale, feel your spine lengthen, feel your feet press down. As you exhale, start to soften your shoulders. Allow any thoughts to release for the moment. They'll be back. One more deep inhale, sitting strong and long. And then exhale, lower your arms down by your side. So whether you're sitting or standing, it's the same thing. You can stay seated. I like to work with people who won't go to a regular yoga studio. They don't feel like they can because they have disabilities or injuries. So I give options. So you could be seated or standing. I'm going to turn to the side. You're going to roll your shoulders like you're making a letter U. So rolling forward and up, deep inhale and down, and then shrug your shoulders back and up and down. Deep inhale, forward and up. I'll sit for the sitters, and then shrug your shoulders back and up. So starting to move and stretch the lower part of our shoulder girdle, and then hug back and up and down. And then bring your hands to your lap. Take a deep inhale. You might close your eyes and start to sense, what do I feel? Do I feel any change? So these slow breathing practices, the slow stretching is going to help us become more aware in our bodies. One more deep inhale. Before we do the top half of our shoulders, if you're standing, you can bend your knees a little bit, bring your hands to your legs. If you're sitting, bring your hands to your legs, and we're going to do cat-cows. So you'll reach your heart forward, stretch your back open, and exhale, round out just a little bit. Inhale, reaching forward. If you're seated, you might move a little bit more, but listen to your body move slowly. One more deep inhale, moving your spine forward and back through your range of motion. One more deep inhale. And then sit up nice and long through the spine. Bring your arms by your side, whether you're sitting or standing. Check in that your toes are straight. And then shrug your shoulders up by your ears. Deep inhale. Exhale, roll forward and down. Then push your feet, shrug up. Squeeze your shoulders back and down. Inhale up, forward and down. And then push your feet, deep inhale, shrug up. Shrug that cool off that we got in our air again. One more deep inhale, up, forward and down. And then push your feet down, shrug up, back and down. Then bring your hands to your lap. Do a few more cat-cows, reach your heart forward, deep inhale. And if you're home alone and there's nobody that you're going to contaminate, stick your tongue out and cross your eyes. It sounds silly, but our tongue is a muscle, and that's going to help stretch your face, your jaw, your throat, release tension there. One more deep inhale. And then lift up long through your spine. Take a few deep breaths. And then bring your left hand to your right leg. And you're going to turn your palm out forward towards me. And your choice, everybody's shoulders are different. So you might want to sweep your arm forward. If it's okay for your shoulder, maybe reach it out to the side. Whatever's best for you. So you'll push your right foot down as you inhale, reach up, sweep your arm up. You might look up and then lower your arm down. Deep inhale, push down, reach up, stretch up a little more. Exhale, lower down. One more deep inhale, very nice. Reach up. This time, keep reaching up. Keep pushing your right foot and hip down and reach over just a little bit. Deep inhale, keep your spine nice and long. And then reach up and sweep from your hand down your armpit to your hip, just to massage your fascia. I do a lot of this, so this may not seem like stretching or that sort of thing to you, but lower your arm down. In yoga, we call that self-massage or abhyanga. Now notice your right and left arm, your right and left hands. And I do a lot of that with the stretching in my classes, and it seems to help people that are having neuropathy. So if you have neuropathy or patients with neuropathy, this might be something to suggest. Abhyanga, self-massage. Bring your right hand to your left. It physically, has that physical touch connection, but it brings the circulation into the area even more. So reach your left arm up, push your left foot down, stretch up, and then sweep your arm down. Two more. Push your left foot, your left hip, reach up. If you're standing, same thing. I'm sorry, I forgot I have standers maybe and sitters. One more deep inhale. This time reach up and keep reaching up. Keep anchoring your left foot and hip down and then reach over. Notice the sensation from your left hip to your armpit. You might look towards your left arm. Deep inhale. Then push down, reach up and sweep from your hand all the way down your arm, your armpit, down the sides. And release. And I honestly started doing the abhyanga, the self-massage, for depression. So it is really good for depression, which you could have with your diabetes as well. And speaking of that, wow, time is flying. My question for you is, do you think posture affects your health? And I just want you to see from the side here, when we're leaning forward, everything depresses, physically depresses, and that presses on all of our nerves and blood vessels that are running to our organs and to our muscles and bones. So I challenge you to think about, my posture is affecting my whole body. So posture to me is like one of the most important things besides my deep breathing. Let's stretch your legs a little bit. Stretch your right leg out in front of you. Bring your right thumb to your hip, your left hand to your heart. So on the inhale, lengthen your spine. Keep your spine long as you hinge out and forward, and push your heel just a little bit. Make sure you're not locking your knee. So for years I thought, I'm stretching my leg, and I'd really round forward here and I'd stretch my back. But if you watch most people, a lot of people are already doing this all day. So think about posture here as you hinge, and notice where that changes the stretch in your leg as you're working your posture muscles. Then go ahead and come back up, rotate your right ankle a few times, both directions, and then stretch your left leg out. And I don't think you could see my toes on that last one, but it's important to draw your toes back. That's moving your muscles that way. And when you bring your left thumb to your hip, right hand to your heart, lengthen. When you hinge forward, that's going to move your hamstring the other way. So look for a stretch, be gentle. Inhale back up and move slowly. Exhale mindfully. One more deep inhale. And I think that these practices help people be more aware of their body. If they're having changes, if you're starting to have neuropathy, if you can start doing practices to connect with your feet. A lot of the physical therapists I work with have their patients roll the tennis balls, which we do a lot in my classes. Go ahead and rotate your left ankle and go the other direction. And then lay back in your chair and hug your right knee towards your body. Your hands can be in front of your leg or behind it, and rotate your hip in one direction. If you can, hug up close, lay back and Rotate your ankle a couple more times, both directions. And then switch sides. Lay back and hug your left leg in and rotate your hip in a few directions. And the other direction. And then lay back, hug in, and rotate your ankle one way and the other way. This is the fastest I've ever taught, sorry. And then bring your leg back down. Sit up nice and strong. Let's see, it looks like I've got 1 minute. So let's lift up through your heart. Slowly let your right ear lower towards your right shoulder. Notice if your body leans to the right. Try to push into your left foot and hip. If that feels like too much stretch, lift your head up a little. Notice what you're feeling. And if it feels interesting, stay there. If you'd like a little more sensation, lower your left arm down. Take a deep inhale. Remember, your spine is strong and long. As you exhale, gaze down towards your right armpit and take a couple of breaths here. Feel your abdominal muscles, your ribs, your chest expand. And then bring your right hand to the side of your head and guide your head up. Avoid your eyes and face. And then bring your hands to your lap, lift up long. Usually I'd say let's pause and feel the difference, but I know you're on a schedule. So slowly let your left ear lower towards your left shoulder. Our head's 10 or more pounds, so feel it pulling you that way. Push into your right foot and hip, deep inhale. If it's too much, lift your head up a touch. If you want more stretch, lower your right arm down. Feel your abdominal muscles, your ribs, your chest lift and expand. And then slowly gaze down towards your left armpit. Keep taking your full expansive breaths. Feel the length in your spine. And then bring your right hand to the side of your head. Avoid your eyes and face. Press your head up. Do some independent, alternating shoulder rolls, up, down, forward, and back. Do a couple of cat-cows again. Inhale forward, exhale. Maybe a lion's breath. And then bring your palms together at your heart. And just take a few moments thanking yourself for tending to your body. Even 5 or 10 minutes of deep breathing, of stretching, of posture awareness can make a big difference in the way you feel and the way you feel in your overall health. So I hope you'll start thinking about that through your day. Thank you for letting me share with you. Namaste.